Let's take a look at the graph. This is the daily chart for the graph, and the data I have is to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on October the 16th. After broke out consolidations around February of this year, the graph ran from about 35 cents all the way to $3. And that was pretty much it. After that, the price retraced, and so far, the graph has been underperforming. But I do believe that the graph is in the process of setting up for a major reversal in price that could eventually take it to our near-term target price of $1.50. Right now, the graph is trading at around 80 cents or down 1.5%. So it would be crazy for me, Vietmaxim, to say that the graph is in the process of making this reversal in price. But I do think that is about to happen. So let's go over this chart. After spiking to about $3, price retraced, dropped all the way down to about 48 cents. And after that, as you can see, it swing up, retraced. The minute it retested the 48 cents, bounce right back up. So here what we have is a triple bottom. Price then spike up, retrace, drop down to about 66 cents, bounce up. It seemed like every time it dropped below the 66 cent, buyer step in, supported the price. Price bounced right back up, retested again, briefly dropped below that, but then again it bounced right back up. Around the middle of September, we had this bearish signal when the 10-day moving average crossed over and dropped below the 50 days. After that, the price continued to retrace. But after retesting this prior low of 60 cents, bounce up, the 10-day started to reverse direction. And then for the past couple of weeks, it continued to trend upward. Very soon, we will see the 10-day will eventually cross over and then lead the 50 days again. That would be the first major bullish signal that we're looking for. When the graph spiked up, ran all the way to 109 and started to retrace. While it was retracing, it was forming this falling wedge. Price broke out, and technically a breakout of this falling wedge could potentially take the graph to retest this prior high where the falling wedge started to form. After that, price continued to trend up, crossed over the 10 days moving average, tested the 50 days but get rejected, retrace, drop below the 10 days, drop all the way down to 60 cents. But then buyers step in, push the price up. And what we see is these two long-legged doji follow with a green candle. This pattern here is what we call is a bullish reversal pattern, especially these guys appear on a downward trend. And then the following day, the graph spiked up on very heavy volume, crossed over the 10 days as well as the 50 days. And here's the thing, it was able to close over the 50 days. Today, even though the graph is trending down, but it's still able to trade so far over this very critical 50 days moving average. The Bollinger Band is forming out very, very nicely. It got contracted. Now the Bollinger Band is expanding and the graph is riding the upper band of this Bollinger Band. Volume is definitely trending up. That is another good sign. The stochastic oscillator is showing momentum is picking up. The blue single line is still leading the red line. So that is another positive indicator. So here is what we are looking at. All of these positive indicators are pointing to a very high probability that this is the bottom. And these three candles are pointing to a bullish reversal in price. The key is for the graph to continue to trade over this 50 days moving average. And the key price that the graph has to be able to close over is at 79.5 cents. That would be right above this white line, which is the 50 days moving average. If the graph can do that, then the next resistance level would be at 92 cents. Where it will be testing this prior high, and then at 97 cents, then to 109 to complete the breakout of this falling wedge. Momentum should be able to push it all the way to my target price of $1.50. And one thing we have to keep in mind is all this good thing will happen as long as Bitcoin stabilize and trend up. If Bitcoin retrace, there's no doubt that would drag the price of the graph down. In summary, I do believe that the graph is due for this major reversal in price. That's it for this video, and don't forget to click that like button and reward me with a like if you appreciate the content that I'm presenting. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button and subscribe, and make sure you turn notification on. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me at Vietmaxim, because I provide constant update on all of our favorite cryptos.